In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful dress you're seeing on the screen. So fix your eyes on the screen. Let me teach you how to cut and sew this beautiful gown. So let's go to the cutting table. I've gone ahead to mark out the basic lines. I also folded my pattern paper into two. Can you see that? It's on fold. As this video progresses, you understand the reason for that. So the lines, I will label it now. This is the chest line, the bust point, the underbust, the half length, the hip line, and I added extra 4 inches. This 4 inches is because of the asymmetric hemline. So I'll cut out the remaining part that I have here. On the chest line, I'll mark quarter of her round bust and I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance. On the waistline, I will mark quarter of her round waist and I will add 1 inch. I will repeat the same thing on the hip line. Divide your round hip by 4, add 1 inch for sewing allowance. After that, I'll connect the lines. I'll mark 3.5 for the neck width and I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. After that, I'll divide what I have on the shoulder line by 2. I'll come in by ½ inch. After that, I'll curve the armhole the way you see me doing. On the bust point line, I will place half of her nipple to nipple point measurement and I will rule it straight to the half length the way you see me doing. After that, I'll come down by 2 inches for bust dart. On the bust point line, I'll come out by 1 inch and I will slant the line the way you see me doing. This 2 inches is for bust dart. So the next thing is to mark the neck depth. I'll be using 9.5 inches for the neck depth. If you want yours to be deeper than this one that I'm making, you can use 11 or 12 inches. So after that, I will now slant the V neckline the way you see me doing. Can you see that? The next thing I'll be doing is to get the underbust cut. So on the underbust line, I'll come down by 1 inch and I'll be curving it to the neck depth. So this is how I'm going to be connecting it. From the underbust, I'll make a dotted line to the 9.5 inches neck depth. Can you see? I'll highlight it now for you to see what I'm doing. Please observe my sketching very well. You curve the line very well in such a way the line will be below the underbust so that it can accommodate your breast very well. If you made the line straight, it won't relax very well on the underbust. So on the center front here, I have ½ inch. The next thing is to tighten the neckline so that it will relax very well. It won't be gaping. From the bust point, I will slant the line the way you see me doing. After that, I will come down by ½ inch and I will slant the line the way you see me doing. This will make the neckline to relax properly on the neck area. If you want to duplicate this pattern, what you do is to use your marker to highlight the line so that it will show on the other side. For me, I want to use my tracing wheel to trace all the line. After tracing it, I'll go ahead and mark it on the other side. I'll do that off camera and I'll come back and show you what I have. This part is not really necessary. I'm just doing it for my own use. You can decide to ignore this part. After tracing out the pattern, I went ahead to mark it out. Can you see what I have there? So the next thing I'll be doing now is to cut my pattern out. After cutting it out, I will set this one aside and I'll work on this part. So the first thing I'll be doing is to close the bust dart. So I will slash the waist dart open so that it can enable me to close the bust dart. So I will close it up this way. So after measuring it, together, I'll use my masking tape to tape it down. After taping it down, I will reconnect the line because the line is no longer straight because of the bust dart that I closed. I will also close the dart on the neckline. Close it up the way you see me doing. As you can see, the line is no longer straight, so I will tape it down. After that, I will reconnect the line. The neckline is no longer straight because of the dart that I closed, so I will make it straight the way you see me doing. And you see, after that, I will trim it out. After cutting it out, I'll repeat the same thing on this one because I want to use it for reference purposes. So I've already done that. Can you see what I have? It's matching. So before I forget, let me trim off the shoulder slant. I'll be doing slash and thread because of the pleating on the bust area. To do that, I will divide what I have on the shoulder. I will get the midpoint. I will now root the line straight to the bust point the way you see me doing. After that, I will slash it open. After slashing it open, I will put a plain paper under it. This plain paper is for me to extend the slash. So I'll be opening it up by 3 inches. So I will make sure it's 3 inches. After getting the 3 inches, I will tape it down to secure it. After taping it down, I will connect this line back. After connecting it back, I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it out, this is what I have. I'm also gonna head to do the other part. Can you see? So I'll keep this one for reference purposes. I will write down the 3 inches for an indication. So the next thing is to cut the back part. I'm gonna head to place the body measurement, the same thing I did on the front part. I have added 1 inch for zipper allowance, and from the hip line I added 4 inches for the asymmetric hemline. On the waistline, I'll be marking 1/2 inch. This is to remove the excess zipper bulge at the back. After that, I'll reconnect it the way you see me doing. This is my zipper allowance. I'll mark 3.5 inches for the neck width and 2 inches for the neck depth. After that, I will curve the neckline. I'll come down by 1/2 inch on the shoulder line, and I will slant the shoulder the way you see me doing. After that, I'll go ahead and cut the pattern out. After cutting it out, this is what I have. As you can see, I did not slash the center back open. I have not removed the zipper bulge. I will open it up so that I can slant the hemline. So I'll place the front part on it the way you see me doing. I'll use a pin to hold it down. The back and front is not equal because of the zipper allowance I added at the back. The first thing is to determine the left and right. I want the slant to drop at the left side. That means the left side will be low. So from the hip line, I will slant it the way you see me doing. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Can you see what I have? I will unpin it so that you can see what I have there. Can you see that? I can now take out the zipper bulge. I will slash the back open. After cutting it out, this is what I have for the front and back. Can you see that? So I'll go ahead now to transfer the pattern to the fabric before I can show you how to cut the lower part. I've already placed my pattern on the fabric. I place it on the right side. I've marked my 1/2 inch sewing allowance on this underbust area. I did not add on the side because I've already added it when I was drafting the pattern. Can you see that? I added 1/2 inch on the down part that I'll use to join the lower part, and when I was cutting out this part, I make it like square. It's not pointed. Can you see that? If you make it pointed, it will be difficult for you when you want to sew it. I've placed the back part the way you're seeing it on this video. I also place it on the right side. So what I'll do is to bring the front part now to know whether the slant line is on the same direction. As you can see, I did not place it very well. So what I will do is to turn it in such a way the high-low will be facing the same direction. Can you see what I'm doing? I've turned it now. I'll bring the front part and I'll place it right side to right side. The high-low is down on the same direction. So you make sure you place it accurately so that you will not end up wasting your fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now. This is what I have when I was done cutting it out. I added 1/2 inch on the armhole, on the shoulder and on the neckline. I did not add on the center back. I'll make sure I notch the zipper allowance, notch it on the both side. Also add 1/2 inch on the down part for the both side of the back. So this is the upper part. I want to show you how I added the sewing allowance on the upper part. So you make sure you keep the pattern on a straight line. Can you see the side is straight? Don't bend it. So after that, I will secure it with a pin. I will make a straight line on this point where the neckline stops, and I will be adding 1 inch on the neck area. I added 1 inch because I will be folding the neckline. I don't want to use bias to turn it. If you are using bias to turn it, just add 1/2 inch on this area. So I will add 1/2 inch on this part. 1/2 inch. Can you see what I'm doing on the shoulder and on the armhole? I've already cut it out. I will notch this part that I added extra inches for the gathers. You notch it. This is the point where the pleating will be, so you make sure you notch it. Please note that I added 1 inch here because of folding. You can do whatever you want. All right, the next thing is to cut the lower part. So I will assume that this paper I have here is the fabric that I'm using to cut the lower part. I will be cutting half circle flay, that's 180 degrees flay. So you first of all fold your fabric into 2. After folding it into 2, you fold it again like a triangle. So this is how you fold it. Before you cut out the flay, you make sure that you have joined the front and back together, that you have shaped the side. After that, you measure the asymmetric hemline, that's the hip area. Whatever you have there, you will divide it by 3.14. That's the radius for half circle flay. So that's what I will be placing on this part. To get the full length of the gown, I'll place 26 inches, that's from the shoulder to the hip, on this line. I will mark the full length of the gown. For my client, I use 52 inches. So I will connect the hemline the way you see me doing. Please try not to curve the hemline too much. Make it straight if possible. Can you see what I have there? So the next thing I'll be doing on this part is to come down by 1/2 inch. Please don't curve it like the way we normally curve the waist of our flay. It will be slanted. You understand the reason for that when I'm sewing the dress. So after that, I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, this is what you have. This part now is the side front, the 2 side front. So this point that have a V shape, we go to the side. The next thing now is to make the gown high-low. So I will place the tape on the starting point line to remove the upper part. So I place 26 on the starting point to determine where I want the high-low to start. I want it to start below the knee, that is 3 inches below the knee. So from there, I will make a little curve. The curve will not get to the side front here. When I'm sewing it, I will show you how it looks like on the fabric. Can you see what I'm doing? So when you're cutting direct on the fabric, you will notch the center front where you curve it. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'll go ahead and trim it out. After trimming it out, you have something like this. Can you see? It's looking this way because this paper is not long enough. It's just a paper. When you're cutting it on the fabric, you see the effect. So the next thing is to determine the left and right. I will determine where I have the high-low. The lower part, I will be reducing it a little. This is the side front. This part is the side front. So what I will do now is to come up by 5 inches from the side front. I will connect it to the center front the way you see me doing. Just make it slanted. So that's how it will look like. After that, I'll cut it out. Please make sure you watch the sewing part so that you see the outcome of this beautiful dress. So I'll be showing you the final process of this dress on my next video. Please make sure you watch out for the sewing tutorial. All right, bye.